feeling really bad right now. Feeling like I kill myself, hurt myself again. Feeling like I'll just never be good enough. Like I'm not worth anything. No one will ever love me. No girl will ever love me because I'll never fully be man enough for her, like what I do, I always end up disappointing her because I'm never gonna be man enough for her. I'm not even just saying physically. The fact that I don't have a penis, the fact that I can't give her children, can't make love to her, I'll never be able to actually feel her making love to me. I don't mean just physical. Now those things, of course they're down and everything, but they don't feel good, of course, but it's like I'll just never mentally ever be enough of a man. And because I'm not enough of a man, even mentally, you see, it makes sense. If I'm never enough of a man, I'll never be much of a man for a woman either. You know what I'm saying? Like, for any woman that comes around and wants to love me, or even a woman that I want to love, it's always there. Like, it'll always be there. Never feeling enough. Even if I'm not saying every day, with that woman, it'll be there. The fact is, it's here now, you see? And I ain't even got no woman yet. That's proper English. Really, I don't even have a woman yet. But see, it's here, and it'll stay here. It's part of my depression, Now, depression TV, they make it seem like you're depressed for like 10 years straight, like a whole damn decade. It's not like that. Well, not for this chunk, not for this guy. Like, for a while, there were a few good straight months. I'd say, damn, about 4 good straight months, I was down all the time. I mean, like how they show in those commercials for antidepressant medicine, I was like that. Just straight every day. And so I laughed here and there throughout those moments, but not as much as I laugh now. What I'm trying to say is just like my depression, these thoughts of just never feeling like I'll be good enough or worthy enough of anything, and never feeling like, I'll actually have the full love of a woman. It's always there, kind of like my depression, like even though it's not always as heavy and as present, even though I may not be able to realize that it's there, it's always there. It is. Even though I may not realize, because let's say it's literally a roller coaster for me. Periods where I'm happy, where I'm fine, where I'm like, okay, what I'm saying? I'm not really happy. I notice now, like, I'm never really happy. I'm an autopilot. I'm a robot. I'm going through motions. And I hear from a few other people, well, that's just life. Sometimes I feel like I'm going through the motions too. That's what you have to do with life. You just have to get by. But I don't like that. I don't like that feeling, Maybe it's childish of me, trying to like reject life or whatever, I guess. Like if that's what life is, then I guess it's childish to try to reject it and to not like it. Something that's inevitable anyway, right? It's kind of childish. So again, shame on me, just more badness on my part. But, the feeling, it's always there. Even when I may not recognize that it's there, even when I'm not feeling like this. I always have a feeling, these feelings. I always do. It's with me. It's part of my depression or whatever. As I feel like I'll never be enough of a man. Like I said, all that physical crap. I'm not talking about just physically, just mentally. especially how I've been thinking lately about men and women and their roles and dynamics and everything about them. It's like, I think now, with how I've been thinking lately, it's like I'll never be enough for a woman, especially because of the very few simple biological factors, distinctions that a man has and a woman has. I'm talking about mentally up here, you know what I'm saying? I'll never have that. Like, no hormones can give me that. Because again, that's external. That's outside of me. That is not me. That's something I'm literally, putting in. It's like an imitation of the real thing, of the full 100% thing. And I hate to say it because, I hear that. I've heard other guys, trans guys, say it, how they don't like to hear that. Those phrases of, well, you're not really a real man. Yeah, it pisses me off. It still pisses me off, still makes me upset and angry. Because I like to think that I guess I am. I guess underline the word am. Because I've also heard the thing, well, no one's born a man. If anything, you're born a male, you're a boy, and you become a man. Everyone has to become a man on their own, and sometimes I have to hoist myself up and remind myself, okay, so, this and this happened. Okay, I was misgendered. Okay, so I was outed. Okay, so I didn't get this job because I'm trans, or, I'm disrespected at my job because I'm trans, or I have financial issues because I'm trans, whatever it may be. But this is just my life as a man. This is the kind of man that I'm supposed to be. This is the life I'm supposed to live as the man I am. And just like every man's different, you see, everyone is a different man. So there really isn't a type of man. But I don't know, it's not really that phrase, even though I think I'm a man, it's like, I don't know. I lost what I was saying. All I know is I just remember, though, my mom telling me that you're not a man even though you think you are. Well, I mean, if I'm not a man, like, what the hell? Like, what do I have then? You know what I'm saying? Like, if I don't have that, then there's nothing else. If I don't even have that, like, if I'm not a man, then what do I have? Because if I don't have that, then I don't have anything else. And I could try to say, I'm me. I'm just me. Like, I can be fine with just being me. Yeah, I guess. Fine. I can be fine. I can be fine with just being me. But I mean, I don't live in a place where it's fine to just be you. You know what I'm saying? You have to be either or. So, and everyday things in life constantly prove that. It's the most simple things. Just having a conversation with someone on the phone, people address you with Miss or Mister. They don't just, you know what I'm saying? That there is no just easy, free bypassing what is it called? Dimension. There isn't, not in this place, you know what I'm saying? There's literally just how things are here. There's nothing in between. Not with your everyday, most general people. And I guess I can go out and try to find my queer people who may dress me how I like or understand certain things that I'm attached with or that I understand. But I mean, it's kind of singling myself out because, you know, there aren't a lot of there aren't a lot of people who actually understand, or in other words, would make me feel comfortable enough. And I even realize, like, if I'm living my life to where I need people to be comfortable enough with me, like that's kind of a problem all on its own. Ironically, I realized like a while ago that's kind of what all this trans stuff is. I'm literally just, it's all about approval. It's all about approval. But yet at the same time, we're supposed to be brave. We're supposed to be independent and not give a damn and not need approval and not care about anyone else. But that's ironically what all of this is about anyway. Like, I have to not care. I have to have this attitude of not caring for other people, to let them know they don't get to me, or to give an impression that they don't get to me and their bullshit. I have to have an attitude of not caring for myself, so I don't fucking go crazy and kill myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a constant, like, initiative to not care. Yet ironically, all this is about caring. It's about what I'm not supposed to care about. I'm not supposed to care about how I look, but yet I do. Every day I put on my chest, I have to put on a binder, ironically, because I care about what I look like. But you know, like I said, for myself, it's like I try not to care about what I look like. I try not to care when I'm misgendered, or, you know, I try not to care about these stupid little feelings, how I feel after I'm misgendered. You know, all this dysphoria. I have to try not to care about that, so I don't beat myself up as hard about it, but I care. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, it's literally living a lie. It is literally living a lie. And all I can fucking think about is my mom saying, "You're not a man even though you think you are." I don't know, yo, it's just, I just had to, like, I had to document this, you know, because it's like, people talk about, like, not feeling worthy as far as when they're transgender. They talk about it, but they don't actually show what it's like when they're actually going through it, you know? All I know is that I don't feel really worthy of love. So, I remember at one point my therapist actually said, "Well, it's obvious that you don't feel worthy of love because you're not used to getting that at home. You haven't been feeling that at home lately, so that's why you don't feel worthy of love." You know, the one person who you've loved for years and you've been close with for years, they're shutting you out, and, you know, it hurts. And you can't even say anything about it. So that's why, you know, all the more you don't feel worthy of anything. You don't feel worthy of trusting people, of caring about people, building relationships with people, or whether you hurt other people or not. You know, like hurt their feelings or physically hurt them, you know, because you don't feel worthy of love. Because you're not having that met at home. I guess. I mean, I agree with that. Yeah. I'll admit, I'm not loved here for who I am, like, at the moment. I'm not saying who they want me to be, or who they'd like to think I am, or their memories of whoever the hell I used to be, but they don't love me for who I am at the moment. Especially not my mom. not for who I am at the moment. No, they just wish all this crap would go away. They wish it would stop. So no, you know what I'm saying? You don't love me if you're telling me that I'm wrong, if you're trying to change me, even though I've told you time and time again that this is me, and call it a phase or just a simple change or a trend or whatever else. It does not matter, because if I come to you and if I present a certain side to you, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter your perception of it, because that's who I am. But I mean, even if it is a phase, it doesn't fucking matter if it's gonna end in 3 months, because this is who I am right now. You know what I'm saying? So you need to treat me accordingly to who I am right now, not to whoever the hell you thought I was years ago. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make any sense. It's common sense. Well, whatever. I mean, I can go on about home life or whatever, but I don't feel like much of a man sometimes, you know what I'm saying? And just because, again, lately I've been thinking about biological factors and tracks and I guess more strict roles of men and women and what they should do and what they shouldn't do, just literally because that's how it, quote, should be and all this other crap. And when I say think about it, I don't mean automatically rejecting it like I used to. I mean literally agreeing with it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean. And don't think it's not weird for me to suddenly go from hating it and rejecting it altogether to agreeing with it and jumping on board. I mean, yeah, it's weird sometimes, but I mean, again, the past isn't the past. Like literally what I just said, the past doesn't do anything for you if this is how you are right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not gonna do much how you were then. If this is how you are right now, you need to jump on board and realize, okay, how am I gonna fix who I am right now, though? You know what I'm saying? Because who I was, that doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? That's all in the past. And who I was isn't what's hurting me right now. You know what I'm saying? The version of me that's hurting me right now is literally the version I am in the present moment. So let me fix what's going on right now. Not little itty bitty problems in the past. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at. And it's like, I'm thinking about biological factors. And it just bums me out because I feel like maybe males, they have certain chemicals in their brain. Just natural chemicals in their brain that females don't. And it's like no amount of hormones that I take will ever give me those same amount of hormones that a male has. Cis male that allows me to just naturally connect with women in a certain way. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about sex. I'm not talking about physical crap. I'm talking about literally just social stuff. Dynamics. Again, like males, I feel like maybe... No, not maybe. I feel like... I do. I feel like they have just naturally certain things that no amount of hormones will ever be able to give me. No matter if I inject it 100 times or 1,000 to 1,000,000, which I'll probably have to do once I start. See, anyway, because once you start, you have to do that shit for the rest of your fucking life. Again, being dependent on something. I feel kind of funny about the fact, like, okay, if I have to inject something, if I have to literally, like, if I have to drink something every day, it's gonna make me, look a certain way and everything like that. Not only is that really stressful, that this one drink gives me everything, can literally solve all my problems, quote, all my problems. You know what I'm saying? It trips me out that literally what I'm going to be injecting is literally going to give me the gift and the privilege of what I'm going to look like. And that's a really heavy power. And at the same time, it's something that just kind of weighs me down, because it's like, is this really how small I am? Like, I need something else to do this for me. And if I don't drink this drink, if I don't inject these hormones, then this then I'm literally gonna go away. This version of me that I like so much is gonna go away. It's not gonna exist anymore. I mean, that's some real heavy shit. You know what I'm saying? That's heavy. But anyway, I feel like males, cis males, they have chemicals in their brain that allows them to just naturally be with women and get with women and be with women in certain ways. I'm not just talking about sex. I'm just saying social stuff, social connections, just things that literally draw females to males that I will never have, no matter how much I inject into me to give me, you know, the one hormone that they happen to have among many that I'm sure they have already. You know what I'm saying? It's like they'll always be on top of me, they'll always be over me in some way. And since they're always over me, in retrospect, I'll always be less than them. And hell, I feel like even females in the future, no matter if I get like a beard or a deeper voice, I feel like females in the future, again, because naturally things are lacking from me, they'll be able to, again, because of their natural biological makeup, they'll be able to sense certain things about me, certain things that are there and certain things that aren't there. And they'll cause them in the future to kind of like back away from me, to keep away from me, you know what I'm saying? Because I was like certain pheromones, whatever, I just naturally don't have that a cis male has. I feel like they'll always gravitate more towards the cis males versus me because, you know, like I said, I don't have that certain thing. I'm not just talking about a penis either. No, I'm not talking about physical stuff. I'm literally saying just mental hormonal stuff. Biological stuff. You know what I'm saying? It scares the hell out of me. And again, there's nothing I can do about it. I'm literally just stuck in this body, and I only have this body, you know what I'm saying? That's all I have. This is literally all I have. These tiny little arms. This chubby little face. No Adam's apple. These curved legs and these hips and these breasts that are lactating. It's fucking gross. It's fucking disgusting. But it's doing it on its own. Small, slim fingers and hands. I mean, come on now. Effeminate face and long eyelashes. Why? Like, why would God put me in this body? I don't know, was I made to just suffer? I don't, why? Why would you fucking tease me like this? Why would you put me in this body? Why? And this stuff is just, I get to thinking of like this, like why would I be put in this body for no good use? You see, because I'm literally no use for this body. Like, I know your body can change and tea can change my body, but again, it's not the same. Why would I be put in this body that is never ever going to be good enough? Like, why was I put in this body that is not going to be of any use to me? Because that ultimately says that I am of no good use to this body. And ultimately that means that I might as well not even exist. Like, I might as well not even matter. Because if I'm not even good, if this body is no good for me, and I'm no good for this body, and it might as well prove that I might as well just rid myself of the earth anyway, you know what I'm saying? Like, off the earth. Because it is literally inevitably proves that I'm just literally no good. Can't believe it's been this long. Literally, I mean, 24 minutes. I just can't believe 25 probably now. Feels like only 8 minutes or something. These are just like times where I just don't feel good enough. And ultimately, I never will be good enough. So what's the point? You know? And I don't want to say that. I don't want to get back to those bases. I don't want to. It's like, that's all I have. Like I said, I'm no good anyway, so like nothing is of good use to me. And there's no one to talk to because of number one, not like they give a fuck anyway. Not like they care to care anyway. Two, they're not me. They're not in my position. They never will be, and they'll never ever connect. Like no matter how good I word it, like how well I word it or whatever, they'll never ever understand. They'll never have the struggle. So again, ultimately, what's the point? It doesn't matter anyway. And three, it's not going anywhere. I'm still in this body either way. No matter how good I bitch to them about my problems, I'm still in this body. They're still in their body. They're probably cis. They're still in their body, still loving themselves in their body. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter because it doesn't change anything. And again, I told myself when I wanted to kill myself before, just wait and be patient. And someday you'll be on hormones and you'll feel better because you'll be different and you'll look different and your problems will go away. You can get surgeries, you can have money, you can save up, and all your problems will go away. I told myself that, but it's... I lost my fucking train of thought. I lost my train of thought. But yeah, I told myself all this stuff will happen if I just wait. But again, if I have to drink something that makes me as I am, and if I don't have it, then everything is taken away. That's pretty pathetic. And I don't think that's any way to live anyway. Like if this small thing, again, it's pretty small, and if this tiny thing is taken away, then everything is just fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's no way to live. And again, it just ultimately proves that I'm a joke, and my life is a joke. And there's no point in carrying on because, I don't know, I feel like a screw up. I feel like I'm literally just screwed. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm bad. A mistake or something. Literally like a bad egg. I was literally a mistake. If my mom hadn't had me, who knows what she could have went on to do. She maybe would have been further in her life or something, had more. I also know I don't want to disappoint my sibling. I don't want to disappoint them. I don't want them to grow up to regret me or something. It's being this mistake. I just, I want to be good enough even for them too, but I'm not good enough. I'm not good for anything, then I'll never be able to be good enough for them and anything else, you know? Like, and again, with relationships is like, I can't ever, I mean, yeah, alone, not just a woman can never actually fully love me, certainly, but I can never love a woman because, you know, there'll always be these feelings, like I said, holding me back. I mean, even if they're not as present like they are now, they'll always be underneath, and they'll always stop me from wanting to hold her hand, they'll always stop me from wanting to have a family, they'll always, you know, in the such unnatural, weird way that we'll be able to have a family anyway, because again, I'm messed up, you know what I'm saying? I'm just, it's like a puzzle piece. I'll never be able to quite fit her exactly, you know? Oh man, I just, want kids. I mean, okay, I can't have kids anyway. If I do, it'll be some weird third option out of the way to have kids, you know, something that is unnatural. Be some weird third option that's out of the way, that's not full, that's not whole, you know. And just reflects how unwhole I am anyway. If I can even have kids a certain way, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just reflects how messed up the puzzle was, you know, those two puzzle pieces that were crammed together. Because you see, I already said, like, naturally, I'm not, it's like, I'm not made to fit a certain way. And if she only has a certain shape, and then I have my shape, but the pieces never fit together, you know what I'm saying? Like, they have to be forced together. Something has to be altered in order to make them work. But I hate that it has to be made to work, you know, and I guess I can say, hey, well, as long as it works. I mean, you know, what's there to cry about if it works? Anyway, it works. So what's there to bitch about? What's there to feel bad about? It'll never be right. Like I said, it'll never be full. It'll never be whole. 100%. I'll just be this disappointment to my kids anyway. You know what I'm saying? I end up having these third option kids anyway. But back to relationships, it's like, I can't ever love another woman because I don't even love myself. There's always this layer of, there'll always be a layer of this, literally self, like when I feel less, when I don't feel worthy of anything, it'll always be there with me. Again, proving that I'm not right, that something's wrong with me, that I'm, you know, I shouldn't be here anyway. And you know, you can't love anyone else if you don't love yourself. You know what I'm saying? And I don't love myself. I don't. And the girl I'm with, she'd always end up suffering anyway because, you know, she'd have to see things like this and she'd have to deal with things like this. Things that are our problems, are my problems. And, you know, it's bad. If no matter what I do, I can't figure out my own problems. It's not right to go to someone else with my own problems that I can't even fix or maintain enough anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not right, because she's always gonna have to deal with it. It's like a puzzle piece. Like I said, if I were really the right fit, she wouldn't have to deal with it. If I just came to her all fixed and ready and set, she wouldn't have to deal with it. And maybe it seems like, oh, well, everyone has problems. Everyone has problems. No one's perfect. No, that's not, it's not the same. It's not the same scenario as me. I get it. I mean, I'm me, and I have a few problems, and I know there's some other Joe who, who's a Joe, and they have their problems, and maybe someone's like, well, what's the big what? You have your problems, and there's someone else that girl's with is going to have their problems too. Yeah, but it's not like a constant long-term effect like it is with me. You know what I'm saying? Maybe their problem is, maybe they're not very smart. Maybe they can't make enough money, but see, it's not the same. It doesn't have long-term effects like mine does. You see what I'm saying? Because no amount of hormones can ever change me. Like, the puzzle piece that is not made to fit with this puzzle piece, like, nothing can ever change that. And again, I would hate to put a girl through this, trying to love me when I can't even love myself, like, And then, God forbid, I'd hate to be naive and have a family and have children, have people depending on me to be strong, and then I feel like this, and then I have to let my kids down. Like, daddy went on and killed himself. Why did daddy do that? And they'll never know. That's not right. It's not fair. I grew up without a dad, and I'm not saying right now I'm not saying, like, at this very moment, I'm not saying that having a dad it has to be a big thing. It doesn't have to, but at least that's not the big thing. It's not the fact you don't have a dad or you don't have a mom. It's the fact of losing that parent, you see? Losing them after you bonded with them and after you loved them. You know what I'm saying? That's what's really gonna hurt. And I don't want to put my kids through that. Going through the process of having a dad who was nice, who was funny, who, you loved, and then you just don't have that dad anymore. And then the reason why, it's not because he got killed in a car accident. It's not someone else killed him. It's the fact that he killed his own damn self. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just, it's ridiculous. It's pathetic. And it's not right. But again, ultimately, I know it's not something I can just turn off. I can't snap my fingers and stop. Again, just shows how much, I'm not right, just. And again, I couldn't put my girl through that. To be naive and actually, let my feelings of somewhat love come out, and then, I'm all for this girl, and then she's all for me, and then, we love each other, and then to just tap out and leave her like that, I just, why put someone through that? It's always going to be hard, and there's another reason why I can never really be in a relationship, because, I can't get my stuff right. I can't get myself together. So ultimately, whoever comes along, they're always going to have to deal with me too, and my baggage, and if I can't even get my own stuff in order, in check, then, it's just, we're always going to have the same problems. Problems always going to be there. It's always going to get in the way of the relationship, always. Always going to get in the way of us progressing. what I'm saying? Because I can't even love myself, you see? And I'd hate to give this girl a sense of well-being and a sense of love, and she has a sense of just such love, and then she has to let it go because, I dump her or something because I don't want to hurt her anymore, or I just tap out and I just kill myself, and again, it's still tapping out, you know what I'm saying? Either way, I end up hurting her, And I tried this thing where, I tried this thing where, mental thing where I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to be a man. I'm going to toughen up. And I'm going to be a man because my problems are my problems, right? So, if they're my problems and they're mine to deal with, ultimately, it is ultimately no one else's business. It's no one else's problem or fault. So, whatever problems I had that day, keep it to myself. Keep it under wraps, It's not a big deal. Maybe punch a few punching bags and let it go. You know what I'm saying? Either it's be quiet about it, punching something, breaking something, whatever, or killing myself. And those are insane choices. Because I've learned with trying to be quiet about things, it still ultimately hurts you. It still eventually leads up to both, the second and third option eventually. But I figured, well, if I ever am with a girl and all these self-hurt feelings I have about myself and doubt and whatever, I can just keep it to myself again, because ultimately it's no one's business and it's no one else's problem, and it's something I'm going to have to handle on my own. And I handle it by, like I said, option one, being quiet about it and finding a better time where I can let it out and deal with it. Finding a time where I can escape and punch something or be physical and be violent, be wild, you know what I'm saying? I just have to be quiet about it, keep it all away, like, even when I seem hurt about something, she can tell, like, that I'm hurt. Like, my girl, she'll be asking, what's wrong, just talk to me, I care. I have to keep it in, you know what I'm saying, because a man, he's like my more, I guess, more biased views of men and women, but it's like, a man, he's not all feely, you know what I'm saying? Like, of course, yeah, okay, all that crap about men have feelings too. Yeah, but you see, like, it's not really a man's place to be all feely. It's not a man's place to be crying. And I'm not saying crying all the time, but crying at all, it's not a man's business. It's not a man's business to be feely or to be hurt about things, you know what I'm saying? A man's got to keep it under wraps. A man's got to handle his business, keep on going. And anything less than that, it's like you're less of a man. So pick up the slack where you can, keep on going, like whatever mess you went through that day, you could have almost gotten shot, but you still don't say anything about it, you know what I'm saying, because you keep it to yourself. And ultimately, it's like, I wouldn't want to worry my girl with those things anyway. Because 3, if she's worried and crying and freaking out and panicking, who's going to be there to hold her down? If I'm crying and bitching and sobbing and all this crap and being all feely, it doesn't work, see? It's the puzzle piece situation. 2 of the same pieces can't fit if they can't, you know what I'm saying? They have to naturally connect. One has to carry out certain functions that the other can't. And vice versa. It can't work if both of them are like that. So to be able to be tough, to toughen up and really be the man, I have to be able to hold her down too, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm here for. I'm here to hold her down, be the base layer, be her rock or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I gotta be able to toughen up, be the tougher one, and and hold it down. That way, when she's upset and crying, I can be there for her, 100%. You know, not the other way around, where she feels like she has to take care of me. And again, I'm not just saying like, maybe someone's like, okay, well, men have feelings too. What's wrong with every once in a while if a man, lets loose, if a man's really hurt by something and wants to talk about it? It gets in the way. It's weak. That's how I see it, It's weak. And especially with being a trans man, I'm not gonna let myself be anything that's connected to being weak or feminine, because it just brings me back to what I don't want to be brought back to, I don't want to be associated with that or connected to it in any way. So it's like I have to rise above like a lot. It's like I have to really, really try to always climb the ladder. Always have to try to get the upper hand every time. I have to try to outdo myself every time with masculinity. Because if I don't, I fail. And if I fail, then I'm weak. If I'm weak, then I'm less of a man. And if it is like, and this may be like really binary terms, but like, if I'm not a man, then I'm a woman. You know what I'm saying? But see, I'm getting away from that. That it's uncomfortable for me. It's weird to me, close to in any way being a woman. You know what I'm saying? Not just clothes or whatever, but social stuff, emotional stuff. It makes me feel weird. So I don't want any connection at all to being feminine or femininity, because I feel like that's not my place. If you don't like it, why would you eat it? You know what I'm saying? If you don't like it, you're not going to want to eat it. That's literally how it is. I'm not comfortable with it, so I can't touch it at all. That's just it. I don't like it, so I can't touch it at all. But see, there's only one other thing. I can't touch femininity. Even though I know I have, I'd say, a lot of femininity about me. Because I know I have a lot of femininity, I have to toughen up somewhere, anywhere I can. Try to win and get the upper hand of masculinity, you know what I'm saying? Because if I have femininity, then I have to try to overpower it with masculinity any way I can. Any way that's masculine, It's kind of hard to run away, though. When again, I only have the body that I have. It's kind of hard to run away from femininity when I'm kind of faced with it every day. And when I'm faced with people calling me, basically a girl every day. Whether they say it with pronouns or with my other name, or whether they say it like with their eyes, how they look at me, and how they look at the ground, at my chest, look at me, look at my chest, look at me, and look at the ground. They say it with their voice, with how they say my name. It proves they're not really comfortable with it. It proves that, again, I'm just this awkward thing they're not comfortable with. I feel like I make so many people uncomfortable. And fuck them, right? Because, like I said, ironically, that's kind of what it's all about. It is about literally giving them the middle finger, telling them to fuck off. Because I'm supposed to be happy, right? I'm supposed to be trying to be happy. But ironically, ironically, I still depend on these other people who I'm telling to fuck off. You know what I'm saying? I can't necessarily push these people away because at the end of the day, at the same time, I'm still seeking their approval. Whether it's with pronouns or whatever, with how they just look at me. You know what I'm saying? Because you know there's certain vibes you can feel from people, and you know when people, I can feel when people receive me as a male or female. I can just feel it, even if they don't say pronouns. I can feel it. There's a vibe in the air. Ironically, I'm seeking to seek the approval of the approval that I don't care about. That is like the biggest irony. Again, I'm a piece that will never fit, right? I'm something that will never work. And either I have to try to find a way to break off and have my own world, my own place, my own land where people like me can work. Because this system is not made for me how things are set up. You know? Or I just need to fucking die. But it's this mentality of actually somewhat trying to take the baby steps and come into my own as a trans person that actually saved me from killing myself in the first place. You know? It was that saved me. But, it's like, it's just weight. It's just weight that's just weighing on me. Still weighing on me. It gets heavier and heavier every day, what the decision is going to be. Once again, you know, that I have to face. To kill myself or stick it out. You know? Like, it's like the deadline. It's like a due date. It just approaches. And every day it gets closer and closer to when I have to make that decision again. If you made it this far, if you made it this far, congratulations. Another late night. I stayed up because I can't sleep or can't, stop feeling worthless. It's 2:33 a.m. It's Tuesday. I have to wake up in about 2 more hours and 30 minutes. Like 2.5 hours. So about that time. Yeah. Like 2 hours, 27 minutes. Yeah, 2 hours and 27 minutes because it's 2:33. 2 hours, 27 minutes. I'll have to try to get up and try to have energy to do all the other crap I have to do. Well, now it's 2 hours and 26 minutes. 2:34. It's 2:34 a.m. In a little while, I'll have to try to be energetic. And I'll be walking around a place and I'll be stuck in a place where I have to pretend like everything's okay. Where I'm happy and I have to pretend like I actually give a damn. Again, just getting by. Just getting by in life. I mean, is this really what life is? Just getting by in life. Seems pointless. And again, I mean, who said life has to be happy? Maybe this is all there is to life, getting by. Maybe the adults around me are right, Adults I've always heard growing up saying that this is life, get used to it. It's not about you, it's not about your happiness. Maybe they were right all these years when they said things like that, This isn't a movie. It's not all happiness. Life is hard, life is tough. Get over it. Well, I am tired now, just like the other night that I did this. Finally I'm tired enough to just want to pass out. But, just like the last time, at least, and again, last time I did, do this. But I deleted it. But at least, last time I managed not to cut, so that's an accomplishment, I guess. I know I'm really tired. That's good, but I still don't like that it takes me to do this, like do all of this just to be able to go to sleep. I don't like that. I really don't like that. It just proves things are getting in the way with this crap, whatever this feelings you want to call it. It's getting in the way of life again, to the point where it really affects my life. Like, it's not just sad thoughts I have every now and then. Like, it's really getting in the way of life. And I guess, for the person out there who's saying this, well, you didn't have to stay up. Well, you didn't have to record this. Well, you didn't have to feel like this. You're right, I didn't have to. It's all a big joke. Ironic joke. I didn't have to. I didn't have to stay up. I know I didn't cut, so that's good. This is a good distraction from not cutting. That's what I know. That's what I damn sure know, as well as anyone else can ever try to tell me that they know. I know I didn't cut, so that's good. I can actually go to sleep without wanting to hurt myself, so without feeling like it has to be without feeling like it has to be done in order to move on. It's just move on and keep on getting by, so I didn't have to do this right here. I didn't have to. I remember a while ago when I did hurt myself more often, I try to tell myself, well, to stop what I was doing. Like when I was going to punch myself or, cut myself or whatever I did, or hit myself with something, I told myself, stop, I don't have to do this. I can think about this. I can be better than this. But, no, it had to be done. It had to, doing that helped me get out. It helped me because it got it out of the way. Like what I knew what was gonna happen anyway. Because the thoughts that I had, they didn't stop. And like the thoughts of being down and the thoughts of just how it's never gonna get any better and whatever, the thoughts didn't stop and they got worse and worse, and it just kind of like this helps me move on. It helps me move on. So I'm like doing the other ridiculous thing that, again, even at the time I knew it was ridiculous and I didn't want to do it, but see, it helps me get over the hump. It helps me move on. I'm not talking about problems like, the hump. I'm not talking about problems like, well, my pencil isn't as sharp as I want it to be, so this means my life is misery. No, I didn't mean to rhyme. But it's nothing like that. It's nothing like that minuscule, that dumb. I mean, I think these are pretty legit problems, but again, who am I to bitch? I gotta be a man, gotta toughen up. These are my problems. I know that. These are my problems. No one else's. So ultimately, it doesn't matter what my problems are, because they're only mine. They're only mine to handle. They're only mine to face. I get it. I know. And ultimately, as a man, that's especially, with how other people around me are in society, I'm kind of left to just deal. I'm kind of just left in the corner to shut up about it anyway, because no one listens to a man. Again, no one listens to a man bitch about his problems. That just, I don't get that pass as a man. And even as a woman, like, people get tired of you. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of left to just suffer and not be okay. Because I have all this femininity, I have all these feelings and crap. I have all this emotion. And since I'm in this feminine body, it's 100 times worse, the emotion, the feelings, but there's no doing anything about it, because, I'm a guy, literally stuck in this feminine body with these emotions that are just so bad and so just magnified, it's hard, and it's hard to try to be tough when I literally, physically, again, because my body, because my my mental process of things being, in this effeminate body and everything like that, it's literally hell, because I'm trapped with literally myself, and there's no getting away from it, but anyway, I mean, I never wanted to forgot what I was saying. I just know I never wanted to hurt this way. But it's nothing as dumb as when my pencil is blue instead of orange. So I'm sad. And I must kill myself. No. I mean, I feel like these are pretty legit, like, fucked up issues. And again, because of my situation of being a man, and being a man in this body, it just, like I said, it's puzzle piece. Certain things don't add up. Because, you know what I'm saying? Like, certain things don't align properly, and that's why the system doesn't work. That's why I don't operate smoothly, properly. Things don't run as they should with me. Or someone could say I'm just a confused female. Okay, whatever. Yeah, okay. I guess. All I know is that, like this. It's like this for me, man. That's how it is. Anyway, what I was saying about the pencil thing, it's not like my pencil is blue and yours is orange, and you are better than me, so therefore I want to kill myself. It's nothing that dumb. These are legit problems. Even with physical, like, factors backing it up at how real the problems are. And the intensity of it, it still hurts me and it gets on my nerves. It bothers me that I can't be like other people. Like, I know everyone gets mad and everyone gets sad, but it bothers me that my sadness leads me here to this place. It does, bothers me. It does. Like, I'm not like bathing in happiness. I'm not happy to say that this is how it is for me. I'm not happy to say, oh, I have depression. No, it's not like I even asked for it to begin with. Anyway. I feel no good. I'm just feeling a little bit more heavy. Like I'm no good. I'll never get anywhere. I'll never be better. Anyway. It does. It bothers me that I feel sadness like this. It bothers me that it gets this intense, and this isn't as intense. This is a calm, sad thing right now, but it's not like when I'm raging, like wild, swinging, I'm violent, and I've been like that a few times, where it's because I'm hurt and because I'm sad or angry or whatever. But at least this is like a calm, talking kind of thing. Again, it's only so calm because of, again, what I'm doing right now. Anyway, like I was saying, like, with those things of trying to be a man and trying to keep it in, trying to be tough and everything like that, and being the better man, being the bigger man, you know what I'm saying? Because I already know, as a man, I'm literally at an disadvantage, because of how I am physically, everything like that, and even mentally. It's like, that causes me to have to, like, challenge myself from time to time and try to rise above and be stronger and better than every other man around me, and even myself. Like I said, I'm constantly having to outdo myself with masculinity, and because I don't have a lot of masculinity already, I'm not just saying like with my mannerisms or how I look, but it's like literally physically, biologically, I don't have a lot of masculinity already, and it's hard to try to be a masculine guy and try to be a tough guy, try to toughen up when I physically, and I'm unable to do that, So it's hard to even try to be a tough guy and try to be a guy that doesn't let things phase him when physically it's like, I know every guy's different. I know one guy compared to another guy, one guy's probably going to be able to cry faster and easier than another guy, But it's like, when something gets in my way, when it upsets me, I know sometimes I can't stop myself from just automatically, I'm so frustrated, I can't stop the tears from happening. And I'm pretty sure that is like a really feminine thing. But again, that's the thing. It's so initial, like instinctive for that to happen versus more of male quality type things happening where I just get angry. You know what I'm saying? And anyway, I'm just saying, That's how initial it is, and that's how much it initially gets in the way. So for those who are saying, well, it doesn't matter, that physically you're not much of a man, yeah, it does. Because simple things like that, just because my biological nature, it again, it does get in the way of even when I'm trying to be, quote, a man, when I'm trying to be more of a man. Not trying to be a man, more trying to be more of a man, it gets in the way because physically sometimes I just can't because of, just initial feminine things, feminine, ways of thinking or whatever, feminine reactions. Like if someone's getting ready to hit me, I know initially, I want to cower. Like I want to talk and I want to cower, you know? But I have to literally force myself so hard to stand there and improve like masculinity and showcase it, not just to other people around, but to myself. I have to literally try to channel some kind of masculine force that's already so low inside of me. You know what I'm saying? I have to try to expand it, and it's hard. It's hard to do that because there's not much of it already. And again, I ask myself, well, honestly, how well is injecting hormones into me gonna do? Like, how well of a job is it gonna do for me? You see what I'm saying? It just, how much is it gonna change me when I'm the way I am already? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It does make me upset though that this is how my sadness is, and that it makes me even more sad. That again, it's just this is another thing that's just like out of my hands and I can't control. And I'm not saying in those stupid ways where you're like, oh well, I'm upset, so I'm gonna walk outside. It's almost 3 in the morning. I can't walk outside, and even if I did, it's freezing outside. So I mean, anyway. It's not like I can yell into a pillow. It's not like I can play my guitar or anything because I don't want to. You see, like I'm not in the mood. I'm not in the mood to listen to music. It I can listen to music. It can be background music, but it's not gonna do anything for me. And again, the only type of music I'm gonna wanna hear is sad music anyway. It's just like all the stupid little techniques of trying to conquer sadness. It's not the same as being sad. Because when you're sad, or when I'm sad, that's just it, There's just that feeling. The weight of that feeling being so heavy. It's like, there's literally no, there's no doing anything else. There's no doing anything else. How can I try to draw a picture when I'm really, really sad and I can't concentrate on anything else besides whatever it is that's making me sad? That's a problem that I know I'll always have and will never go away. Well, you just buck up and do it. Fuck you. No. If you've ever really been there, you can't just sit down and watch TV because, like I said, the thoughts that I have about my issues or whatever, they're louder than the TV, you see? And worse, it's in my head. Same thing with the music. If I try to put on like a good song, it's gonna fade and it's gonna be background music, and then eventually I'm not gonna hear it at all because my thoughts become louder than the music. No matter how loud I have it, it wins. You know what I'm saying? And I hate that that's how it is. People used to try to tell me, well, when you're sad, just do this. When you feel like doing something or breaking something or hurting yourself, why don't you just do this? It's not that hard. No, there's no concentrating on anything else. There's just, and if I happen to manage doing that for about 3 minutes, it eventually ends. You know what I'm saying? Like there's just, come on now. Being able to focus on this for 3 minutes or get distracted by this, it ends. It doesn't solve the problem. I hate that. This is how I get sad. It's like this is the way sadness works for me. This is one of the ways. Now something can make me sad, but there are different levels to it. I'm not saying sad again with something as stupid as, oh, my pencil's green and I wish it were blue. Now that's something that bums you out. But again, it's or even like the problems that I'm having financially. Now that's sad and it weighs heavy on my mind, but see, these are things, there are other things that are just there, they're constant. Anyway, I know I sound like a complete bitch right now, because it's like, I know there's still someone out there who's like, oh, well, there are other people who are going through worse things. There are people who have cancer. Okay, alright, fine, keep shoving that in my face. I once read this thing, trying to, when someone's sad and then when you comment to them, you're like, okay, well, there are people who, don't even have food. There are people who are going through worse things. That's the equivalent of saying, like, coming up to someone when they're happy and saying, well, there's always someone happier than you. Number one, why would you do that? Like, you're a jerk. Now, you're a jerk, you should do that. And I'm saying, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if someone else is happier than I am. Either way, they're feeling happiness too. There's no way of measuring the levels of happiness, because guess what? Each person who's happy is going to feel just infinite amount of happiness. They are. On whatever degree, happens to be. Two people get high scores on a math test. Both of them are going to be happy about it. How can you say, well, you're happy about it than you? Number one, who the hell are you? How do you know that? You cannot reach inside and understand and dissect and feel what the other person's feeling. And even if you could, there's no comparison of happiness. There's no comparison of sadness. You know what I'm saying? Because both of them, they weigh heavy to degrees that are very high. Like you know what I'm saying? Like there's no measuring sadness or happiness or excitement or feeling scared or being in love, because both different sets of people feeling things the way they do at high levels of intensity to them. And that's why there's no measuring, oh, well, your problems aren't big of a deal, because there are people who are blind and they're sad about that. There are people who have cancer and they're sad about that. You sound like an idiot. Like, people, come on now. You sound like an idiot when you try to compare my sadness to someone else's. Come on now. It's literally 3 a.m. It's 2:59 a.m. And I mean it. I said it like 30 minutes ago. But, I'm gonna wait for it to turn exactly to be 3 a.m. But if you've made it this far, congratulations. And I'm out. Like I said, I'm gonna wait until it's literally, okay, it's 3 a.m. It's literally 3 a.m. right now. So, thanks for watching.